This is Denton County weather with the latest 3-minute forecast as we have a lot to get to in this forecast. Temperatures out there this morning, most of us are sitting in the upper 60s, a couple lower 70s as well out there, and this will be a pretty familiar pattern as we go throughout the week. We're going to see temperatures like this every single morning, mostly in the upper 60s and some lower 70s as well for the next several mornings. By about 12 o'clock, you can see temperatures around the area mostly in the upper 80s, maybe a couple lower 90s, and it will be a humid afternoon as well, so it will feel a bit warmer out there. 3-4 o'clock, most of us will at least peak around the low to mid 90s, maybe up closer to 95 near Wichita Falls, also 92 in Dallas. So it will be a hot afternoon, and it will feel warm due to the humidity that we'll also see. Here's a look at the future radar. Now, we do have a chance for some severe storms potentially into the afternoon and evening hours, which is going to be something really going to be mindful of today. This is the look, 3-4 o'clock. We will stay dry across the metroplex through most of the afternoon. The main concern will be during the evening and overnight hours. You can see 5-6 o'clock. We'll eventually have this line of storms starting to develop back off to the west. Now, severe weather will be the best chance to the west of I-35, and I'm really thinking that the best chance will be to the west of this line here. So if you're anywhere in Denton County, Tarrant County, I really don't anticipate much severe weather here. If anything, maybe a strong storm at the worst, but again, I think these storms will fall apart by the time they get to the metroplex. This is by 7 o'clock. Severe weather could be possible in Wichita Falls. Gusty winds, or damaging winds, excuse me, up to 60 miles per hour, as well as hail the size of golf balls will be possible as this does move off to the west. You can see this line eventually gets closer to the metroplex. 11 to 12 o'clock, the HRR shows another line developing in front of the original line. I don't anticipate this to happen, but if it does happen, some storms could also be possible in the metroplex. It'll depend on if there's an outflow boundary or not. You can see the storms will continue pushing to the east, but severe weather, again, is most likely going to happen to the west of DFW. I don't really anticipate any in the metroplex. Here's a look at the instability real quick. You can see that we have a plume of instability, and this is, readings between 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram, which is a high amount of instability. That's what's going to be fueling these storms as they move off to the east during the afternoon and evening hours today. Here's a look at the dew points real quick as well. As I said before, most of us will actually start in the low 60s for dew points this morning. They'll eventually get into the mid to upper 60s as that line of storms moves closer to the metroplex, and also some lower 70s for dew points as well. We do not really often see that in September. Also, a quick look at the rain totals here over the next several days. Again, most of us will see 3 to 4 inches of rain, and I'll show you more on that in the 7-day forecast. Here's a look at the risk of severe weather as of when I'm filming this forecast, which is the night before Tuesday. So you can see that the best chance for severe weather will be well off to our west, mainly for Graham, Wichita Falls, and Breckenridge, but I can't rule out some isolated severe weather also to the east of that, closer to the metroplex. I can't rule that out. Quick look at the tropics, and we'll get to the 7-day forecast. I know this forecast is really long. You can see that Hurricane Sam is still going, and is going to be moving off to the northwest toward Bermuda. It is not anticipated to impact the United States. Area development here just east of Bermuda has a 50 or 60% chance of development. Also, 2 areas of development now also in the southern portions of the Atlantic Ocean. This is anticipated to go toward the Lesser Antilles and make some impacts there. More on that in another forecast, but a lot to get to in the tropics as well, as it is very active still for this time of the year. Quick look at the 7-day forecast. It is a very active week, and we have not seen much rain at all this month. We've only seen, I believe, 1/5 of an inch of rain in the entire month of September, one of the driest months on record. We will eventually see some rain before September ends, and then going into October, we will also start with some storms and maybe even temperatures in the low to mid to upper 80s, excuse me. This forecast is brought to you by DFW Roofing Pro.